What's poppin' dirty Sprite? It's me, Keisha, aka Color Me Pynk, and I am here with this week's All Tea, All Shade, Love and Hip Hop Family Reunion, Season 3, Episode 8 review. I drop videos Monday through Sunday. Everything that I say is for entertainment purposes only and not to be taken seriously. So if that works for you, then let's get into tonight's review. The episode picks up exactly where last week's left off, with another guest coming to join the reunion, and it is none other than Chicana, which I thought that it was. So she joins the crew. They all play like a Family Feud type game that is rigged for the Miami cast to win. Afterwards, Chicana and Lyrica try to hash things out once again. But of course, things don't go well. They run down exactly how things started between them two. And Chicana lets her know that she went to her page and saw that she'd unfollow her because it said follow back. And she doesn't understand that that meant that she wasn't following Lyrica and she needed to follow Lyrica back. God, all of this over a miscommunication and her not knowing how Instagram works. So, Lyrica was like, well, first of all, I don't remember that happening, and I've been shadow banned, I've lost my page. She was like, sometimes I don't even run my page, my people do, so I don't even know what's going on, pretty much. And Chicana was like, well, it sounded like you when you responded. And Lyrica was like, don't get smart. And it's so ridiculous. They get the arguing all over again, to the point where Lyrica has to walk away to go cool down. And I'm like, this argument is so stupid and childish and petty, and everybody needs to grow up. Like, this is so stupid. So Chicana ends up just sitting and talking to Spice and Tierra Marie. She's trying to explain once again where she's coming from. She tells them how a little birdie told her that Lyrica doesn't like her and said that she was bad for her brand, which honestly sounds stupid, and I don't see Lyrica saying anything like that, because why would she? They don't know each other. They're not friends, so it doesn't make sense. It just literally does not make sense. Whoever told her this seems like they was just trying to start something and was bored and just decided to say whatever came to their mind and lie. But as she's trying to explain herself, she kind of gets smart with Spice. Spice gets upset and was like, well, then you bumbleclad, listen to yourself. And you're not going to yell at me, Chicana J. I'm out of here. I'm so sorry to my Jamaican people. My accent is horrible. So they end up cooling off once again, and she sits down and tries to listen to Chicana, who's become emotional at this point, because she was like, that girl knows she said it. She knows she did, because when we got into it, everything came out. She gonna talk about go back and do her and this, that, and the third. And Spice was like, well, now that I know what you're talking about, I understand it fully. And then they get on the same accord again, and I don't even know when I'm watching at this point, because everybody's just angry. Y'all on this beautiful island and everybody mad. I just don't understand it. After that, we see Pow and Nikki have a conversation. I can't say his name because of YouTube, so y'all know who I'm talking about. Pow. Anywho, so they're on the treadmills in the gym talking and about relationships and stuff, and she asks him about his, and he tells her that he's happy, he's in love, he got a baby on the way, but Miami Tip keep on causing him problems. She's been causing him problems in his relationships for the past couple of years. He was like, I don't know if she missed the D or what, but like, we only slept together maybe twice. He don't understand why she acting the way that she does. And he said that he had went to a club that she worked at, and she got his girlfriend Von Shay banned from the club, and it's just a whole mess between them two. And I'm wondering, like, what's the issue too? Like, either you lying by saying that you don't mess with her like that, And you actually are, because I'm trying to understand too, why would Tip be all up on you and cock blocking you like that? Like, it makes no sense. Then off in another area, we see Khaotic, Amara La Negra, Scrap, Fresher, and Jen all sitting down having a conversation about the conflict that's been going on. And Khaotic poses the question, who do you think is the problem in y'all crew, meaning the girls? And Jen was like, I think Shekinah is very loud, which is the truth. And Scrap was like, she just has a strong personality that people aren't used to. Her delivery just be kind of off, but I understand her, like, she don't be meaning no harm. And I get that you know her better than the other people, Scrap, but that still does not give her a pass to just be loud and brazen all the time. Like, calm down. We see you. You're here. We get it. You don't always have to be the loudest person in the room to get attention. Like, simmer down. And ever since she came, she has literally just been a ball of mess, and there's just no excuse for that. Like, Shekinah has really irked my soul on this trip, I must say so. Like, she's no longer funny, she's actually annoying at this point. Estelita plans a spa day for the girls, and all the women are there, and Shekinah takes the moment to apologize to Chrissy for starting all that mess with Tierra Marie, and she admits that she was wrong, and Chrissy accepts her apology because that's all she wanted in the first place. And I was like, okay, Shekinah's coming around. She's acting like she got some sense. She's acting like she's a 30-something-year-old woman and not a 20-year-old bird. Then we see Jen telling the, girls that her event is going to be a 90s prom, being that she and Fresher broke up in high school, so they didn't get to have that experience together. But everybody else is like, sis, that is not fair because it's not enough men here for all of the girls. So they then decide that they're going to take each other as each other's dates, which I think was really cute. And Shekinah says to Spice, like, you gonna be my date? And she was like, no, I'm not. I don't want to be your date. So Shekinah get mad and asks KK to be her date. And KK says yes. And then Spice was like, Lyrica, you want to be my date? And Lyrica was like, yes. And of course, this pisses Shekinah off. She was like, you a messy AB. And everybody was like, why? She was like, because you know what you doing. And once again, that starts up the conflict between Lyrica and Shekinah. But over in the guys section, they're over there talking about, their mental health and how they got through jail and drug addiction and stuff. And Khaotic goes on to tell the guys that, at one point he didn't want to live. He was living a crazy lifestyle. He was, addicted to drugs and stuff, and how he came out of that. And it was really nice to see him in a different light of always being the comedian. I know this past week he cut off his locks, and he looks so much better without the locks. He got a low cut. He looks really good. He looks healthy. I love the new teeth. Like, he looks really, really nice. MJ even admits that he's still in love with Amara. But we already knew that. Anybody with two eyes and a brain would know that he was still in love with that girl. And he admits that he lost himself in that relationship. And the guys tell him the fact that, he put his all into her and not himself probably turned her off and, made her not be attracted to him. And I 100% agree, because it came across like he was mooching and like he was a bum and living off a woman. So I think that they could honestly make it work if he got himself together financially. I think that Amara would take him back. I honestly do. But back at the spa, Lyrica and Shekinah are rehashing everything, but this time Suki is mediating, and she asks Lyrica, did you say that Shekinah could harm your brand? And she was like, no, I never said that. Never, ever, 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 ever. And Shekinah like scoffing, like, oh my God, this girl lying. And she was like, see, that's what I'm talking about. Look at the look on her face. And she calls Shekinah a B. And then that starts the whole argument all over again. Them going back and forth. Mama Jones is over it. She gets up and leaves because she ain't got time to be sitting up listening to these girls bicker and argue. And I didn't blame her. I would have left too. So Shekinah and Lyrica are steady arguing, and she was like, your mama a one-hit wonder. And I was like, why you gotta bring this girl mama into the situation? Oh my God, just team too much. And she was like, why you talking to me, mud face? And I was like, oh my goodness gracious, them are fighting words. Like, this just isn't us going back and forth reading each other. Now you taking it personal. Like, ooh. So at the end of the episode, you know, Lyrica say her 1-2 and she's leaving out, and it looks like next week things might come to a head between them two again, and I'm just over it because this whole argument is stupid, it's petty, and it's childish, and it's a whole big miscommunication, and once again, Shekinah not knowing how to work Instagram. So silly. Let me know what y'all thought about tonight's episode down below in the comment section. Overall, I'm going to give tonight's episode a D plus. You know, it was cute for what it was, but you know, none of the storylines are kind of like moving forward. It's the same old at this point, and I'm kind of over it. Safari got mentioned a lot in this episode, so you know he's going to show up at any moment as well. So yeah, let's talk down below in the comment section, you guys. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I love you, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.